I think the best thing that all the directors that I've worked with have taught me is to care about every single detail of the movie, from production design to casting to, the film stock that you use. I've cared about all these things as a producer, for the last 15 years, and now I got to create the world that I envisioned just in my heart and my head, the coolest thing ever.
Cool.
How did you pick the cast that you could have the same kind of camaraderie in the movie as you did on set?
Well, I think it's important to make sure that, like I said earlier, that you're working with nice people. If there's a bad apple in the bunch, it's not good. And you want people to have that real chemistry with each other. So, the people in this movie literally are still great friends, and that's not always the case. The chemistry in this movie is palpable because the people really, really liked each other. They had great experiences together, whether it was training for Derby or, spending time together, developing the relationships that they did on film. People hung out every weekend. Everyone's still friends and travels together. We really created a little family. And like I said, it's not always the case, but it's magically happened on this film.
Hey, Drew, you look great. How much weight did you lose training for the roller derby?
I stayed the same weight, but like my fat turned into muscle, which was really awesome. And then when you stop skating, your muscle turns back into fat, and that's kind of a bummer. But I just work out when I do, and I eat the way I want. And
why did you pick a movie with so much action for the first right where what gave you?
Because I like to see girls do what boys do. I like for girls to be capable and athletic and empowered. But I like girls who really support each other too.
And was it hard setting up those shots, like the roller derby shots?
Yeah, filming action and stunts is a really challenging thing, and tell a story in every little game, and to always be story focused but cinematic yet energetic. To inspire everyone to go out there and give it their all physically. It's conducting a very intense symphony, but we got to do it for this film, and I am so proud of it, and that's why I wanted to come here and bring it to everybody personally.
Okay, we gotta move down. We have time for one more question. So,
thanks, you guys. Sorry. Someone else is running the clock here.
Okay.
I do not know the rules.
If you want, what advice would you give to high school students that are wanting to go into this field?
Like on what particular?
Acting or directing.
Oh, okay. See, specifics are good.
Sorry.
I didn't know if it was life advice or. I think if anybody wants to be a director, my absolute advice is to know every single thing about the filmmaking process. Know your technicalities, know your cameras, know your lenses, know your film stock. Study film, know your references, see what inspires you. The most important thing, writing. You have no tempo, you have nothing to go on if you don't have good writing. Casting is important, creating great chemistry. The music you use can enhance or get in the way of a scene. Just be very detail-oriented and dot every I and cross every T, and do your homework. Stay up. Don't go out that weekend. It is worth it. You will make a better movie if you put 1,000% of yourself into it. You can party later. I know it's hard. You can have a great time on set, and know that everything that's happening in that room is what goes on film. So you want to have the best time while you're making a film, but that only happens if you're really buttoned up.
all right, thanks everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Love the shoes!
I think I got that. I think we should do.